The Lonely Hunt, leading through seasons of slow progress. Welcome back to Simplicity in the Noise, the podcast for school leaders who want clarity, not chaos, and who understand that improvement is rarely loud, fast, or linear. I'm Michael Everett, and today we're exploring one of the most honest realities in leadership, the seasons where progress feels invisible, where the work is real, the effort is constant, and yet nothing seems to be moving. I call this the lonely hunt, because it feels exactly like that. A few years ago, I came across a documentary clip that stuck with me, a polar bear walking across vast pieces of sea ice. Alone, focused, head down, snow drifting sideways in the wind. What struck me wasn't the harshness of the environment, it was the calm determination of the bear. It wasn't rushing, wasn't panicking, it wasn't lost. It was simply continuing, one deliberate step at a time. What the camera didn't show was what the bear knew. Prolonged stretches of scarcity are normal. Progress isn't visible every day. You don't give up the hunt because today didn't bring results. You stay in motion, you conserve energy, you stay alert for opportunity, and you trust your instincts. Leaders often feel like this. You make decisions that don't show results for months. You build systems that don't reveal their value until later, and you invest in people who might flourish long after your leadership is gone. Leadership is often a slow burn, and at times it can be lonely. There are 3 reasons leaders experience these slow, quiet seasons. Firstly, impact has a delayed fuse. Most meaningful improvement doesn't show up immediately. Culture changes slowly, curriculum refines slowly, teams grow slowly, trust builds slowly. You're planting the seeds long before they sprout. Secondly, leaders see further ahead than anybody else. Your perspective is wider, your timeline is longer, your understanding is deeper. This is a privilege, but it's also a burden, because it means you see movement before others see it, and you see risks before others feel them. And finally, progress becomes visible all at once, not step by step. This is the iceberg effect. Months of hidden work sit below the surface, then suddenly an improvement appears as if overnight. It wasn't overnight, it was accumulated persistence. Most leaders won't say this out loud, but they know the feeling. I'm working hard, but I can't see the progress yet. I know this is right, but I can't prove it right now. I hope people trust that this will pay off. I'm carrying something that no one else can carry for me. This emotional landscape is part of leadership. It's not a sign you're failing. The lonely hunt is not the absence of progress, it's the transition phase between strategy and impact. And in every transition phase, leaders must hold the line with calmness and conviction. Strategic patience is one of the most underrated skills in leadership. It doesn't mean waiting passively. It means holding steady intentionally through the season where results have not yet caught up to the work. Strategic patience is made of 3 things. Clarity, knowing exactly what you're aiming for and why. Discipline, continuing the behaviors that make success inevitable. And emotional regulation, staying calm while everyone else becomes impatient. If leaders become anxious, the organization becomes anxious. If leaders stay grounded, the organization stays grounded. The psychology of the leader becomes the psychology of the school. Here are 5 leadership actions for navigating your own lonely hunt. Firstly, trust the lag. Every improvement has a delay. Expect it, normalize it. Communicate the intention, not the timeline. People don't need immediate results, they need a clear direction. Explain why this matters, what it will unlock, and what behaviors will get us there. Name the quiet progress. Staff often don't notice improvements in real time. You must narrate them into existence. This is stronger than it was 6 weeks ago. I'm seeing consistency growing here. We're starting to build momentum. Protect the routines. Routines are your lifeline in these seasons. Don't change direction because the payoff isn't instant. And finally, hold your nerve. This is the hardest part. Leadership requires calm confidence long before results appear. You can't rush the season. You can only lead through it well. Here's the one thing to do after listening today. Identify one area where progress feels slow and write down the small signals that it's moving. They might be tiny, subtle, almost unnoticeable, but naming them prevents discouragement and builds strategic patience. You're not looking for dramatic wins, you're looking for weak signals of future success. They're there, you just need to see them. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Simplicity in the Noise. If today's reflection helped you feel seen or gave you language for what you're carrying right now, share it with another leader who might need the same clarity. You can also sign up for Simpang Signals or explore simpang.org. In the next episode, Over the Mountains, what Cavendish can teach us about leadership teams. Until then, hold steady, notice the weak signals, and lead with quiet confidence.